Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade. The Golden State Warriors might be on the verge of another massive roster shakeup, and this one could completely change the direction of the franchise. Over the last few hours, whispers around the league have turned into loud conversations, and now fans everywhere are asking the same question. Is a deal already in motion? And is a Warrior star about to change teams right now? Sources close to the situation are calling this fluid, active, and urgent, which in envy, a language, usually means something big is brewing behind the scenes. And when their Warriors are involved, the entire league pays attention. Their Warriors have never been a franchise that sits still. From the moment Joe Liob took over ownership, this team has operated aggressively, always looking for ways to stay competitive, even when the odds were stacked against them. But this time feels different. This isn't just about tweaking the rotation or adding depth at the margins. This feels like a core-altering decision, one that could signal the end of an era for at least one familiar face in a Warriors jersey. Front offices around the league are reportedly monitoring Golden State closely because whatever move happens next could set off a chain reaction across the NBA. According to multiple league insiders, Golden State has been actively engaged in serious trade discussions involving one of their most talked-about players. While no official announcement has been made yet, the wording coming out of these reports is what really has fans on edge. Words like advanced talks, framework discussed, and final details being evaluated are not thrown around lightly. That's usually the language used when teams are no longer just talking hypotheticals, but actually negotiating real assets, real contracts, and real timelines. And the fact that this news is breaking right now suggests that a resolution could come much sooner than expected. What makes this situation even more intense is the timing. Their Warriors are at a crossroads. Stephen Curry is still playing at an elite level, proving night after night that he remains one of the most dangerous players in the league. Draymond Green continues to be the emotional and defensive engine of the team. While the front office tries to balance winning now with building for the future, that balancing act has not been easy. Recent seasons have shown flashes of championship-level basketball, but also long stretches of inconsistency that have raised serious questions about the roster construction. This rumored deal appears to be directly connected to those questions. Internally, Golden State has been evaluating whether their current core can realistically compete for another title in the loaded Western Conference. Teams like Denver, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Dallas are younger, deeper, and extremely hungry. Standing pat is no longer an option. Either the Warriors double down on their veteran core and go all in for another championship run, or they pivot, reshuffle, and try to extend their window in a different way. And it looks like a decision may have already been made. The identity of the Warrior star involved has sparked intense debate among fans. Some believe this could involve a high-usage scorer whose contract situation has complicated long-term flexibility. Others think it's a younger piece who still holds significant value around the league, but may not fully fit Steve Kerr's system. What's clear is that this player is not a fringe rotation guy. This is someone whose name immediately changes the tone of the conversation when it comes up in trade talks. Losing him would hurt emotionally and strategically, but keeping him might limit Golden State's ability to address more pressing needs. Behind the scenes, rival executives reportedly view Golden State as one of the most unpredictable teams in the league right now. On one hand, their Warriors have been loyal to their championship core, often prioritizing culture and chemistry over short-term upgrades. On the other hand, they've shown a willingness to make bold, sometimes shocking moves when the moment demands it. The Kevin Durant sign and trade, the D'Angelo Russell move, and even the decision to let certain role players walk in previous seasons all serve as reminders that nothing is off the table when the front office believes the window is at stake. This latest rumor has also reignited discussions about Steve Kerr's vision for the team. Kerr has always emphasized ball movement, unselfishness, and defensive versatility. If this deal goes through, it could signal a shift in philosophy or at least an adjustment. Are the Warriors prioritizing size, defense, secondary scoring, a reliable closer next to Curry? All signs point to Golden State targeting a specific weakness that has plagued them in recent playoff runs. And to fix that, they may be willing to sacrifice a popular name. Fans have already taken to social media split into camps. Some are excited, believing that change is necessary if the Warriors want to stay relevant in the title conversation. Others are furious at the idea of moving a player who represents the future or has been a key part of the team's identity. That emotional divide is exactly what happens when a franchise reaches this point. It's no longer about potential. It's about results, and Golden State is feeling the pressure more than ever. What adds another layer of intrigue is the possibility that this deal could involve multiple teams. Several insiders have hinted that this isn't a simple one-for-one swap. Draft picks, young players, and salary-matching contracts could all be involved. If that's the case, it explains why things are taking time to finalize. Multi-team trades are complex, requiring alignment on value, timing, and cap logistics. But when they do come together, they tend to reshape the league landscape in a big way. Stephen Curry's role in all of this cannot be ignored. While Curry has never publicly demanded trades or roster changes, the organization has always kept him in the loop. Their Warriors know that every decision now is tied to maximizing what remains of Curry's prime. If this move improves their championship odds, it's almost guaranteed that Curry has at least given his blessing, if not actively pushed for change. That alone tells you how serious this situation is. The silence from the Warriors front office is also telling. Usually, when rumors get this loud, teams are quick to leak counter-narratives or shut things down. This time, there's been no strong denial. No, we're happy with our roster quotes. No calming statements, just quiet, which in B circles often means business is being handled privately and carefully. The league has learned to read that silence, and right now it's screaming that something is close. If this deal does get confirmed, the ripple effects will be immediate. Lineups will change. Rotations will be adjusted. Expectations will shift overnight. The Western Conference playoff picture could look very different. And for the player involved, it could mean a fresh start, new pressure, and a new fan base evaluating every move. Trades don't just change teams, they change careers. For Warriors fans, this is one of those moments where patience is tested. The excitement, the anxiety, the constant refreshing of social media feeds, it's all part of being a fan of a team that operates at the center of the NBA spotlight. Whether this deal ends up being a home run or a controversial gamble, one thing is certain. Golden State is not standing still. They are choosing action over comfort. And that's something that has defined this dynasty from the very beginning. As we wait for official confirmation, keep in mind that deals like this often break suddenly. One moment it's rumors, the next it's a press release, a jersey swap graphic, and a Verge notification that sends shockwaves through the league.